Hey, church family, Pastor Garin here. Hope you're doing well today. Listen, I've been watching this show, and when I say that I've been watching the show, that's not always something that I necessarily am recommending to you, but this time I am. It's the show called The Chosen, and it's the story of Jesus and how he chooses those disciples that he calls to follow him, and he tells these stories. It's a wonderful story. Well, on The Chosen, the one I watched just recently, Jesus calls Peter. And it's that wonderful story that you've read in the Gospels where Peter's out been fishing all night, and Jesus comes to him and says, cast your nets to the other side of the boat. And of course, it's this cool scene, and I'd never really seen it like this, that I watched on the app there on The Chosen, where Peter casts his nets and this huge catch of fish comes in the boat. And what Jesus says to Peter is this wonderful story of, he says, we're going to do this, but we're going to do this with people. And I'm going to catch all kinds of different fish. And Peter's there, and he's standing by, and Andrew's there, and of course Matthew's there as well, and he's a tax collector. What's really cool about that scene is that you really get the sense when you watch it that it really is all kinds of people who Jesus is calling to follow him. Well, I'm here in our parking lot today, and it's a Tuesday, and let's just say there's a lot of enthusiasm in our parking lot today. And as you can hear with the people yelling and the horns honking, today is election day. And it's a day where this parking lot isn't typically busy on a Tuesday, but it is today because today our country makes an important decision. And I hope that you have taken the time to vote. If you haven't yet, there's still time. But what we do in this election is important. And I hope that as you have come, you have voted, you've considered what it is that you value in the world, and you have voted in such a way as to adhere to those values and to hopefully spread them in our country. But what I'm reminded of as I watch The Chosen, which, check it out, you can download an app. It's free, by the way. It's a cool deal. But what I was reminded of as I watched that episode today, and I watched Matthew and I watched Peter, people who were so different, is that Jesus chooses them all. Were they red? Were they blue? I don't know. Maybe they're purple, right? I mean, Jesus called them out, and he calls each of us. Brothers and sisters, no matter what happens today, tomorrow, you and I will be brothers and sisters. Tomorrow, you and I, as important as it is to live in this country in which we live, you and I will have a bigger task than to put someone into office. You and I will have the opportunity and the task to go out on behalf of the kingdom of God and to catch people, just like Jesus called Peter and Matthew and Simon and all of these different people that Jesus called. Mary Magdalene, also different, yet all dedicated to one purpose, building the kingdom of God. So I hope that we can do that. It matters what happens today, it really does. But what ultimately matters is what we do in Jesus' kingdom. Now, I'm going to try not to get run over, as has happened, almost a few times already. And I hope that the rest of your day is a good one. It's a beautiful day. It's a day that the Lord has made. And so I'm rejoicing and I'm glad in it, no matter what happens. You and I are on the same team, and may God receive the glory in our world, in our country, and in each of our lives. Take care. God bless.